Strong colors. Uh, Random story time. So one time I was like at an art exposition. Not really it's more like an exposition. It was more installations than art. And there was like a room. The room was painted completely orange. And the lights in that room were also just orange. And not any kind of orange, but like it was like a single wavelength of light. Which is completely trippy. So when you walk into this room, anything that's orange looks orange, but all the other colors just look grayscale. Because there's only one, like the light was just one spectrum, like one tiny thin spectrum. So anything that's orange, you can see that orange, but everything else is just grayscale because there are no other colors of light in that room, and so there's no reds or blues. Usually red and blue, white light hits a blue surface, it reflects blue light into your eyes and you see it as blue. But because it's not white light, it's orange light, and it's only a very thin, narrow range of orange. So when it hits a blue surface, there's no blue to reflect back to your eyes, so you just see it as gray. So this trippy room where everything is either orange or grayscale, and you look at other people like everything is just a grayscale. It's the trippiest thing. But even better than that is I sat there in that room for like 20 minutes, and then when you walk out, because your eyes had adjusted to just orange, every other color is super saturated because your eyes had adjusted to not seeing other colors. And when you walk out of the room and you look out into the sky, like the sky is this bright blue, and the trees are this bright green, and everything is super saturated because your eyes had to readjust. And so for like a few minutes your eyes is not adjusted to seeing actual colors again. It was the trippiest thing, and it was so cool. It was great. And it's just an orange room with orange lights, and that's all it was. But then if you like go in there and stay there for a few minutes and come back out again, everything just super bright. So that was cool. Anyway, so this is kind of what this reminds me of. This like super black and white is the grayscale of it. And so like when you go outside this room, things will be super colorful in contrast. Alright, let's continue filling this in. And you know, usually with architecture, you don't get experiences like that because most architecture is designed to be like useful. You know, like having a bright orange room with only a very narrow band of light, like it's not actually useful, right? So you don't see this stuff very often. Usually like rooms are just painted white, like my room here, you can see behind me. It's just painted white and it's kind of ordinary. And there's not often like bright colors or high contrast, because this messes people up. Like stuff like this messes people up. Because like your eyes don't really know what to make of it. It's like a zebra, right? It's like a giant zebra, black and white stripes. But if you do build spaces like this, then you get some interesting experiences, to say the least. Maybe I use black glass. Maybe I don't use white glass or even light blue glass. Man, this is so trippy. It's so cool. So we can't cover up the train tracks. And we also need to leave the entrance open. Well, maybe we don't leave that entrance open actually. So the entrance is that side. I guess the entrance doesn't have to be this side. Let's close this side off. I mean, in a way, the gold of the circuitry messes up the effect of the black and white. I might have to like enclose the circuitry and not have it visible from the train station, so I can emphasize the effect. Good. And I guess in video games too, in a lot of modern games with high dynamic range lighting, for a while earlier on, like it turns into a lot of brown. I think Gears of War was it Gears of War, like one of the games? Like it's just like brown. And bright colors in like modern lighting engines, video game lighting engines, is something that people had to figure out again. And again, like coming back to like Minecraft and this lighting engine, maybe the fact that it's so primitive and unrealistic is the only reason why I can achieve effects like this. Effects like whoa, holy crap, look at that. that's so dark. Man, that is wild. Not sure if it's good, but it's something. It's strong. I don't know if it's good though. It's kind of strong and threatening, which is I guess why it's called Solitude. Because nobody wants to be your friend when you're like this. When you're like this, nobody wants to be your friend. is the other thing, right? It's like you don't often get painful architecture. I mean, sometimes art is painful, you know, because it expresses the experience of pain, like Guernica by Pablo Picasso. It's about, you know, war and atrocity, and so it's a painful piece of art. You look at it and you feel sad. It's not, because architecture has to be practical. It's not often that as an architect you get to make a building that makes people sad when they walk into it. Like sad or scared. Whereas, you know, if you make films, for example, people watch horror films or video games, people play horror games. And you're like, alright, let me experiment with terrifying people. let me experiment with scaring the bejesus out of people. As an architect, you don't often get to do that. I guess if you're making some sort of installation, maybe like a museum exhibit or something, I don't know. Like architecture that deliberately confuses people, that's also uncommon. Usually people don't pay money for that. And then the middle one. I like how this is going so far, but I'm a little concerned. It's not dark enough. I'm thinking about the skylight. That the skylight might have to be darker. What time is it? Alright, I have 6 more minutes or so. Let's just like try the least crazy suggestion first, and then we'll move on to the more crazy stuff if we decide it's not sufficient. So let's say like black stained glass, right? Black stained. Also, what shape? What shape? Should... I mean, the simplest... I don't know if that's a good answer. If we... If we bring this down again, yeah, right, like this, say. And then let's break that for now. 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, and 5. See what I mean? See what I'm trying to do here? And then we have it like, man, big yikes. What is happening right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one, that one. And the top goes straight up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and 5. That. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, too far. Never mind. That, and that. 1, 2, 3, 4 there. 2, 3, 4, and 5 there. So, do we continue that down to a point down the middle? Holy crap. That is intense. That is intense, my friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Why don't we bring it all the way down? Three, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure about this, to be honest. Where does that land if I bring this down? There. I definitely don't want to do that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which, I mean, even if we do this, it doesn't entirely answer what we do here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 4 and 5. Alright, so time's up for today. Ugh. That is something else. That is something. Holy cow, that is something. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here and also end the stream. Let me look at this from the outside. That's kinda cool though. That is kinda cool. I guess that goes down again somehow, and that goes down again. And then do we just black the whole thing, or do we leave a skylight? Those are the questions that we're gonna leave with. Alright, this is intense. See you next video and next week.